You scroll past the word Kuadin and you think you found a secret. Most of the time you did not find a secret. You found a trigger. Somebody planted a phrase in your head. 100 times the next wealth train. And the most dangerous part is not losing money. The dangerous part is that in your excitement you loaned out your brain. I am Charlie Munger. I am not here to talk about price gambles. I am not here to tell you to buy or sell or hold. I care about one question only. Will you die on a road you cannot even explain? If you are a young professional, your money is limited. Your time is more valuable than your money. So you should listen to the end before we start. Do one small exercise. In the comments, write the first thought that popped into your head the first time you heard Kuadin. Was it, I am afraid to miss out? Or was it, I need to understand it first? Write it down. Then watch the rest. You will be calmer and you will be harder to manipulate. And yes, like and subscribe may be simple for you, but it is very valuable for us. Do it now, so the algorithm does not drag you back into emotion tomorrow. Now, a hard disclaimer said plainly, I will not tell you Kuadin is good. I will not tell you Kuadin is bad. I will do one thing. I will interrogate it in a way you can understand. If a project cannot survive 7 simple questions, it does not deserve your savings, and it certainly does not deserve borrowed money. What Kuadin claims in public and why that matters, I'm going to start with what is publicly presented because that is what you and I are allowed to verify. Kuadin describes itself as the first blockchain-enabled worldwide open-source purchasing platform. It promotes a KDN token pre-sale with a stated $55 million target cap and $53. 3M raised a token price of $0.012 and 32,000 plus ICO participants. It also claims a decentralized network of 200 plus validators, fees less than $0.01 up to 1,000 transactions per SECON, and unmatchable privacy and security. It lists solutions like Kuadin Pay, an e-commerce marketplace, a card, an open API platform, a mobile wallet, and more. The roadmap on the same site lists many milestones clustered in 2025, including collaboration with Visa, starting audit, and preparing for listing on Binance, with Binance Exchange public listing described in Q4 2025. Again, these are claims. When money is involved, claims are cheap, proof is expensive. And here is a detail that should sharpen your attention. The page discusses KDN repeatedly, but it also includes a note that says the following address is for the CRN token contract and warns not to send tokens to it. That kind of inconsistency may be nothing or it may be a symptom. Either way, it is not a green flag. Meanwhile, the Kuadin Open White Paper page says an MVP was released in August 2017. If that is true, the project should have a verifiable trail. If it is not true, you are looking at a fabricated history. Either way, the burden of proof is not on your imagination, it is on them. Now we move to the 7 questions. This is not a Kuadin checklist. This is a survival checklist. You can apply it to any investment, any crypto token, any startup pitch, any career decision, and any partnership. My first question is always rude. Explain Kuadin in one sentence in plain English. What is it? Who is the customer? What pain does it solve and who pays? Not blockchain, AI Web3, open source, metaverse. Those are decorations. I want the economic engine. Kuadin says it is a purchasing platform for buying and selling real-world and virtual world goods with KDN as the primary access token. Fine. Now compress that into one sentence that a skeptical accountant would accept. Someone will say, Charlie, it is early. You cannot expect simplicity yet. And I will tell you, early is when you demand clarity the most. When the story is vague at the start, it rarely becomes clearer later. It becomes more complicated so that more people stop asking questions. If you cannot explain how something creates value, you are not investing. You are auditioning for a role, exit liquidity. This question separates a business from a relay race. If Kuadin disappears tomorrow, who hurts? Do merchants lose revenue? Do customers lose a tool they depend on? Does a real community lose a real function? Or is the only pain felt by the early buyers staring at a chart? A real business, even a small one, leaves a hole when it vanishes. A hype object disappears, and only the bag holders notice. Someone will say, every project starts with 0 users. True, but a real project can show a credible path from story to usage, and from usage to payment. No numbers is acceptable. No logic is not. If the only visible demand is people hoping others will buy later at a higher price, then you are not looking at value, you are looking at baton passing. I spent my life with Buffett believing one thing: an advantage must be durable, not exciting durable. So where is the moat? Is it network effects? Is it cost advantage? Is it distribution? Is it regulation and licensing? Is it trust? Is it a habit that is hard to break? Kuadin claims low fees, high throughput, and privacy, plus an ecosystem of payment tools and marketplace features. None of that is a moat by itself. Many projects can claim speed and low fees. If your advantage is we are more advanced, that is not a moat. That is self-admiration. Someone will say, in a fast world, moats do not matter. You just move fast and grab the land. And I will tell you, moving fast and surviving are not the same skill. In faster cycles, trust and verification matter more, not less. Compliance matters more, not less. And clear incentives matter more, not less. If you cannot identify what stays true when the excitement fades, you do not have a moat. You have a costume. I once said, show me the incentives and I will show you the outcome. That was not a joke. It was a warning label. So look at incentives. Kuadin's site says 80% of tokens are distributed to community, with portions for development and marketing founders and team advisors and a bounty campaign. That is a headline. The real question is the plumbing. Who gets tokens first? What is the vesting schedule? What are the lockups? Where is the liquidity? Who can exit early and who cannot? What happens when the token hits the public market and some people decide to sell, because some people always decide to sell? Kuadin's FAQ openly says pre-sales are a way for chosen backers to get an insider advantage, and it also mentions a 10% purchase bonus and a planned referral program. That tells you something about the growth mechanism. It leans heavily on investor acquisition incentives. Simona will say, that is normal, every token does bonuses. And I will tell you, normal does not mean safe. Normal is where most people lose money. Your job is not to be normal, your job is to stay alive. If you cannot map incentives, assume the incentives are not designed for you. They are designed to raise money. The fifth question is simple and unforgiving. Where is the evidence? Not screenshots, not marketing copy, not partner logos, not we are preparing for an audit. I want things I can verify without trusting the seller. A working product demonstration, a public explorer, transparent system behavior, independent audits with public reports, a clear risk disclosure that does not read like fine print. Kuadin's roadmap includes preparing for CERTIC audit, and even a CERTIC audit milestone. And it includes claims like collaboration with Visa and preparing for listing on Binance. Those are not proofs, they are future tense. Future tense is the most expensive currency in the world. Someone will say, Charlie, even big projects make claims before they ship. And I will tell you that is precisely why you separate claims from proofs. You do not pay for a house because someone showed you a brochure. You pay when you see the foundation, the permits, the contractors, and the build quality. If the proof is not there yet, that does not mean it is a scam. It means your confidence should be low. And when confidence is low, your position size should be 0. That is how rational people behave. This one is for young professionals with limited capital. What are you buying? Are you buying equity? Are you buying a claim on cash flows? Are you buying a right to use a service you actually need? Are you buying a story that depends on someone paying more later? Kuadin positions KDN as an ERC -20 compatible token and as a primary access token in its ecosystem. That still leaves the hard question. Does the token have a necessary role that drives organic demand, or is the token mainly a financing mechanism? Here is the part most people skip because it is boring. Boring is where survival lies. How many tokens exist? How are they released? What is the circulating supply at listing? What are the unlocked cliffs? How much is controlled by insiders or early buyers? How will liquidity be provided? And what prevents a situation where you cannot exit when you need to? Someone will say, Charlie, you are too conservative. You have to take risks to get ahead. And I will tell you, risk is not the problem. Blind risk is the problem. The fastest way to stay poor is to gamble like a man who needs a miracle. A career is built by compounding good decisions, not by betting your life on one opaque structure. This is my favorite question. I once said, I only want to know where I am going to die, so I will never go there. It sounds like a joke. It is a serious operating system. So where do you die with Kuadin or with any hype token? You die in leverage. You die in borrowed money. You die in illiquidity. You die in illiquidity. You die in guaranteed language. You die in unverifiable claims. You die in timelines that do not add up. You die in inconsistent documentation. You die when you mistake excitement for knowledge. Someone will say, but what if it really goes 100 times? I cannot miss it. And I will tell you, missing is not risk. Ruin is risk. You will miss countless 100 times stories in your lifetime. You only need to avoid 1 or 2 zeros to beat most people. The market does not reward the bravest. The market rewards the longest lived, the checklist, and how you use it and how you use it. Now write these down and use them every time a shiny object floats across your feed. 1, what is it in 1 sentence? And how does it make money? 2, if it disappears tomorrow, who hurts and why? 3, what is the moat and why should it last? 4, what are the incentives and who gets paid first? 5, where is the proof? Not the promise. Not the promise. 6, what exactly am I buying and how can the structure hurt me? 7, where do I die and what rules keep me away from that place? Pick the one question that scares you the most and put it in the comments, for example. Where is the proof, or who can dump first, or what is the moat? In the next episode, I will take the top comment and go deeper on that one angle. If you want more breakdowns like this, clear thinking, real incentives, and fewer expensive mistakes, subscribe. Next episode, I will explain 3 things I avoided all my life. They look gentle. They often wear the mask of opportunity. But I have watched them drag intelligent people into the ground step by step. I will do it in the same style, simple language, sharp logic, and no romance. Because you do not need to become a genius. You just need to avoid being stupid in the few moments that matter. Do not wait until you've paid tuition to remember this video. Stay rational, stay patient, and above all, do not die trying.